Sitaramam Shakti. This is the one and the only Shakti Sundays with Justin D. Anthony. I want to say it's a pleasure and honor to have you locked on as we play all these divine songs and bring you teachings of the Divine Devi on this very auspicious Sunday morning. I want to take this opportunity to say Pranam and good morning to Yash Mahabir Prasad, Annie Morgan, Debbie Algu, Wilbert Sicharan. I want to take this opportunity to say Pranam and good morning to all those watching in Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Suriname, the various Caribbean islands. I want to say Pranam and good morning to all those watching in Canada, the United States of America, the Mauritius, South Africa, and elsewhere. Wherever you're locking in from, wherever you're viewing this video from, I want to say, may the Divine Mother Kali bless each and every one of you profoundly. On today's Shakti Sundays, we'll be taking a different angle. We'll be doing things a little bit different today. Whereas in many programs we focus on deities, we focus on different types of puja, we focus on different ceremonies or rituals in Hinduism. Today we'll just take a different turn. Today's discourse is centered on truth. And as I begin this program for today, I begin by saying, there is no Dharma higher than truth. Truth is supreme. In this world, and indeed, truth should be supreme for the Hindu. Truth and being a Hindu go hand in hand. One cannot be an individual who speaks lies and who misleads and be a Hindu as well. Both are incompatible. So as we begin our discourse for today, there is no Dharma higher than truth. Truth is a foundational principle of being a Hindu. I want to say Pranam and good morning to Bharat Samlal, Savitri Maunbon. I want to say Pranam and good morning to Raji Bishnat, Debbie Algu. I also want to send greetings and say Pranam to all the devotees of the Sri Mahakali Durga Mandir, located at 9266 Springfield Boulevard in Queens Village, New York. In particular, I want to extend greetings to Pujari Kavirdas Jitu and Grandma Rose. Annie Morgan wants to say good morning and blessings to her brother Wilbert. I also want to say Pranam and good morning to Dal Babulal. Of course, my friends, please do me one favor in the first place. Please share this link across your Facebook as we focus our discourse on truth in today's Shakti Sundays program.
घर में पधारो लक्ष्मी मैया मेरे घर में पधारो घर में पधारो
want to say pranam and good morning to Radhika Ramprasad as well. It is said that three things cannot be hidden in the long run: the sun, the moon, and the truth. But we live in a world today where many believe it is more advantageous to speak lies, to live a lie, to put out a false image of themselves, to impress others, to be welcomed in the company of others, or to gain status among others. But I want to tell you here today, whenever you decide to live a life of lies, it won't last forever. The lie that you utter today, the lie that you live today, will come back to haunt you one way or another. That is why, my friends, I suggest to you, always be truthful in your words. Always be truthful in the way that you live your life. Be who you are. Do not place or put out a false image of yourself just to impress people or to gain advantage of someone. Because one day that lie will come back to haunt you, will come back to hurt you. The person who is honest in life, the person who lives honestly, the person who just simply decides to be themselves, they are an individual who doesn't have to worry. They are an individual who doesn't have to think and worry, oh, how well am I masking things? How well am I hiding things? Will someone find out the truth about me? A life of the truth is better than a life of lies. Everyone wants a life of peace. Everyone wants a life of calm. Well, that life can only be granted to you if you live a life of truth. Be yourself. Don't be something that you're not. Don't put out a false image of yourself.
जय हो पहाड़ा वाली माँ, जय हो लद्दा वाली माँ, जय हो पहाड़ा वाली माँ।
I want to say good morning and pranam and blessings to Uncle Dinesh and the Bawan family. I want to say pranam and good morning to Radhika Ramprasad, Purnita Singh. I additionally want to say good morning and pranam to Shirley Lochin as well as Pinky Sugrim.
जय हो पहाड़ा वाली माँ जय हो ओ लद्दा वाली माँ जय हो पहाड़ा वाली माँ जय हो ओ लद्दा वाली माँ बोले बई दिन चढ़ गया मेरी अम्मी बोले बई दिन चढ़ गया मेरी अम्मी
So as we continue onwards with our discourse for today, our discourse being, there is no Dharma higher than truth. My friends, if you always have it, you find the will in yourself, you have the courage to utter what is true, your life will be so simple. Your life will be so easy. Your life will be so worry-free. Because when you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. You don't have to remember the lie you fabricated. You don't have to write down, oh, this is a story that I told. And this is the story I have to run with. When you plainly tell the truth in life, you don't have to remember anything. And I want to tell you here something, my friends. And this comes back to something that we observe and see in this world today. We live in a world today where many people are living a lie because they want to impress a group of friends. They want to belong to a group of friends. They want to have company in a group of friends. And they live a lie to stay within that group of friends. They act falsely to stay within that group of friends. That group of friends can make them do all sorts of actions, do all sorts of things. And even if those actions are morally wrong, even if those actions make them feel very bad about themselves, they will still do them. We live in a world today where people are willing to lie to themselves, in essence, just to keep friends. And to the extent that they'll do everything and anything to remain in that group of friends. Even do what is wrong. And they fully know it's wrong. Today where people lie to themselves, they put out a false image just to keep friends and keep company. But I want to tell you here something, my friends. Why would you lie to yourself? Why would you do things in life that are contrary to your own ethics, your own morals, just to keep friends in life, my friends? What kind of life is that? Better to be an individual who says what is true, an honest person, do what is right, and maybe not have too many friends out there. But maintain your dignity. Maintain your self-respect. And be an honest person. People will lie about themselves. People will live a lie just to keep friends. But you know, one day they will come to a very hard realization. Those friends they were killing themselves for, those friends they were living a lie for, they were doing all these sorts of actions just to keep, just to impress. One day they will come to a hard realization that those friends never loved them. Those friends never really cared about them. But rather, those friends just simply used them. life. It is just better to be a simple person, an honest person, to live your life with truth. And maybe only have a few friends here and there, a few, very, very few friends. A few company here and there. Than to be in in the company of many friends and many groups.
जगदम्बा की करो आरती, देवी माँ की करो आरती, जगदम्बा की करो आरती, देवी माँ की करो आरती। जगदम्बा की करो आरती, देवी माँ की करो आरती, माँ जगदम्बा की करो आरती।
I want to say pranam and blessings to Vidya Jaggernaut. I want to say blessings and pranam to Shani Singh, Devika Mahabir. I want to say pranam and good morning to Gayatri Narayan as well.
Usha Sandhya Kumkumalani, Deep Sika Har Ek Kali Ki, Deep Sika Har Ek Kali Ki, Suraj ki किरणों ने वाली, सूरज की किरणों ने वाली। आओ प्रति भारत भारत जन, आओ भारत प्रभारती, माँ जगदम्बा की करो आरती, देवी माँ की करो आरती, माँ जगदम्बा की करो आरती। मानस मंदिर हो जियारा, मानस मंदिर हो जियारा, मानो की मानो हो प्यारा, मानो की मानो हो प्यारा। सब सुख आए सब दुख जाए, सब सुख आए सब दुख जाए, शीर सिंधु हो सागर खारा, शीर सिंधु हो सागर खारा।
Once again, if you just locked on, I want to say Sitaram Om Shakti, happy Sunday to each and every one of you. This is the one and the only Shakti Sundays. And I want to say it's a pleasure and honor to have you locked on as you play all these divine songs and bring you teachings of divinity on this very, very auspicious Sunday morning. I want to say pranam and good morning to Chadaman Sarju, Rita Albert. Additionally, I want to say pranam and good morning to Oma Samruta Hall, Amrita Deodat, Pinky Sugrim, Savitri Lokman, Vanessa Bachanram, Robert Ramp, Golan Kulashar, Mahi, Pranita Singh, and so many others locked on as well. I want to say pranam to Sadna Sukhu as well. So as we continue onwards with our discourse for today, there is no Dharma higher than truth. The focus of our discourse today, I want to tell you here today, when you lie with your words, your prayers lose voltage. Let me repeat that. When you lie with your words, your prayers lose voltage. The more you lie, the more of a dishonest human being you are. The less reach your prayers, your rituals, your puja has. And this is most evident when you do Hawan. In the Hawan, my friends, there is a simple observation to know how effective that Hawan is. When you sit down to do Hawan and you witness that the flame from the Hawan has a grandeur, when you look at that flame and you cannot explain why. Why is this flame? Why does it have such a grandeur? Why is it so illuminating? You look at it and you're like, there's something different about this flame. There's something distinctive about this flame. Well, when you witness a Hawan and the flame has a grandeur to it, it's very distinctive. It's something you have not seen before. That is an indication and a suggestion that the person who is performing that Hawan is of good character. This is something many do not know or have not observed. But the character of the individual performing the Hawan is reflected in the shape and the extent of the fire of that Hawan. When a morally corrupt individual does a Hawan, it's as though that flame is barely lit. But when a person of good character, an honest person does that same Hawan, the flame is different. So the point I wish to emphasize and make is, the more truthful you are as a human being, the more rigid you are, the more you say what is true, the more you live a life of truth, the more you be yourself. Don't try to impress others. Just be yourself, whether others like you or not. The more you are a simple individual, the more receptive your rituals and your puja will be. Anyone can perform Hawan. Anyone can perform puja. But how receptive is that puja? How receptive are those rituals? What are the extent of the benefits conferred? So the point I want to make to you, my friends, the point I want to emphasize again to you is, be an individual who is truthful, who is honest, of good character. And those prayers that you do, the puja that you do, everything you're doing in terms of your spirituality will be received by the divine. And in turn, the divine will bless you with abundance. And as we're speaking about Hawan today, just shortly, let me just go off and say, Hawan is not a ritual you should play around with. When you sit for Hawan, ensure you have fasted properly. You have a clean state of mind. Because when it comes to Hawan, when it comes to Lord Agni, he doesn't play. If you sit in that Hawan, not fasted properly or in the wrong state of mind, days from performing that Hawan, you will receive a lashback. You know, there have been individuals, they have sit and done Hawan when they weren't supposed to. A couple days after, their hand was injured. So when it comes to Hawan, my friends, do not think you're gonna sit there under false pretenses or have not fasted and everything, because you will get a lashback. And it comes back to our discourse now. It relates back to our discourse for today. Always be a truthful person. Try to be honest, not only in terms of your life, but be honest in front of the Devis and Devatas. You might fool people that, oh, you have fasted and I am performing the Hawan. But if you think for a second that the Devis, the Devatas, or Lord Agni doesn't know, they know very, very well if you're telling the truth or not. So my friends, in this point of the program, I want to emphasize the point and say, be an honest individual, a truthful individual when you approach your Devis and Devatas. You should always be truthful and honest before you go before them. Because remember, they are the reason why you're alive today. They are your mother and your father in the ultimate sense. Why would you approach them in an improper state? Why would you try to fool them? I want to say pranam and good morning to Doris Dairam, Christina Prashad. I want to say pranam and good morning to Bidya Rampal, Shirley J. Karen as well. Bidya Rampal would like to send out birthday wishes to her daughter Anita. And indeed, later on in the program, I will play a mother bhajan as well. I want to say pranam and good morning to Patricia Gadraj, watching from Connecticut. To extend birthday greetings to the daughter of Bidya Rampal and dedicate this song to her daughter Anita as she celebrates another year of life. If anyone's celebrating their birthday today, an anniversary today, or any significant life event, I want to say to you, may the Divine Mother continuously bless you with success, happiness, good health, and all the good things in life. This song is in dedication to you. If you're celebrating a significant life event, birthday, anniversary, or anything of significance, this song is dedicated to you.
जगत अम्बिके जय जय जग जननी माँ जगत अम्बिके जय जय जग जननी माँ क्या मन हरना सुहाया है क्या मन हरना सुहाया है माँ सब कुछ तेरो चरणों पर अब अंदर कोई भाया है। जगदम्बिके जय जय जग जननी माँ। जगदम्बिके जय जय जग जननी माँ। जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ। श्री राम तू ही, श्री कृष्ण तू ही, दुर्गा काली श्री राधा तू। हे माँ हे माँ हे माँ। श्री राम तू ही, श्री कृष्ण तू ही, दुर्गा काली श्री राधा तू। ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिव शंकर में तेरा ही तेज समाया है। तेरा ही तेज समाया है। जगदम्बिके जय जय जग जननी माँ। जगदम्बिके जय जय जग जननी माँ। जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ।
I wish to take this opportunity just to say the Shri Mahakali Durga Mandir, located at 9266 Springfield Boulevard in Queens Village, New York, cordially invites you and your family to join them for one of the most auspicious nights in the Hindu calendar. The night dedicated to the Guru of all Gurus, Lord Shiva. The Shri Mahakali Durga Mandir extends an invite to join them for Mahashivratri on Sunday, February 15th. The first session, of course, beginning at 5 p.m. So once again, the Shri Mahakali Durga Mandir would like to extend an invite to all devotees to join them to celebrate Mahashivratri on Sunday, February 15th, starting at 5 p.m. Come out and receive the darshan, the blessings of Lord Shiva. Experience the bliss. Experience the Shakti of Lord Shiva on his night, Mahashivratri. For more information, please contact Pujari Kavirdas G2 at 917-929-7150. That's Pujari Kavirdas G2 at 917-929-7150 for more information. This is a bhajan and dedication and glorification of Lord Shiva.
शुभ समा रहे मुझ में और मैं शून्य सुरार्चितलिङ्गं निर्मलवासितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं ब्रह्ममुरारि सुरार्चितलिङ्गं निर्मलवासितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् तेरी बनाई दुनिया में कोई तुझे सा मिला नहीं मैं तो भटका दर बदर कोई किनारा मिला नहीं जितना पास तुझको पाया उतना खुद से दूर जाना शिव समा रहे मुझ में और मैं शून्य हो रहा शिव समा रहे मुझ में और मैं शून्य हो रहा मैंने खुद को खुद ही बांधा अपनी खींची लकीरों में मैं लिपट चुका था इच्छा की जंजीरों में अनंत की गहराइयों में समय से दूर शिव प्राणों में उतर रहे और मैं मुक्त हो
अरे भाई कहाँ जा रहे हो?
मंदिर जा
I want to say Pranam to Nalini Ramrup. If I happen to miss anyone's name or greeting, I do humbly apologize. I want you to know that I appreciate you tuning in and being a part of the Shakti Sundays family. So as we continue our discussion for today, when you're truthful and when you're honest with yourself, my friends, your life will dramatically improve. If you sit down, my friends, just sit down alone, my friends. Think about how your life is going. Think about what you want in life, what you want to achieve, what are your desires. And have a discussion with yourself. Think, are the ways that I'm acting right now leading me to what I ultimately desire or want in life? If you sit down with yourself and think, is the way that I'm living today going to lead to a fulfilled life? If you can sit down and answer those questions, you can provide yourself with the answers on how to improve your life. You need to be honest with yourself. If you want to achieve a particular goal, but your actions in life right now, your mindset in life right now doesn't match, or cannot lead to that goal, you need to be honest with yourself. These self-reflections are essential because the reality of the world that we live in today is, aside from maybe 3 or 4 people in life, no one really cares about you. Let me repeat that. Aside from maybe 3 or 4 people in life, no one really cares about you. You have to be the individual to take an interest in your own well-being. You have to be the individual who is honest with yourself. And you have to be the individual to make changes. But before you can make changes, you need to self-reflect. You need to see where you're going wrong in life. And you need to confront those things. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to self-reflect and be honest with yourself. You need to approach some hard truths of what you're going through, what's going on in your life. And it starts with you. You hold the power to change your life. But it starts with being honest with yourself. You are an individual who is capable of so much. You are an individual with so many talents, so many abilities. You cannot let your life go waste. You need to sit down, be honest with yourself. Think about what's going right in your life. Think about what's going wrong. And think about the ways in which you are contributing to that negativity in your life. You need to be honest with yourself and change. To live an optimal life. To progress in life. If you don't take the step to approach the uncomfortable truths of your own life, who do you think will confront those truths for you? I want to tell you here, my friends, when you approach the uncomfortable truths of your own life, all the things that are going wrong, all the things that you're doing that is contributing to negativity in your life, that's contributing to your downfall in life, when you are able, when you confront these uncomfortable truths of your own life, your own being, you will be liberated. That hole that you feel that you're in life today, you have the ability to come out of that hole, to climb out of that hole. No one's gonna help you to do that. You have to confront the uncomfortable truths of your own life. The things that are going wrong, the things are not you are contributing. And you will see your life suddenly and dramatically start to improve. As we come back, as we relate it back to our discourse, truth is supreme. Confront the truths of your own life, my friends. You know, we live in a world today where people are concerned about how this person is living, how their neighbor is living, how, somebody abroad is living. But they're not concerned about their own life. And they want to know, they want to know, how in the world is my life in a total chaos? How is my life not progressing? Before, my friends, you become invested and so concerned about this person's life, that person's life, the life of some celebrity in some foreign land. You need to be invested in yourself. You need to be invested in what's going on in your own life first. You can't confront the truth of your own life if you're distracted with everybody else.
सबना दा रखवाला वो शिव जी डमरुआ वाला जी डमरुआ वाला ऊपर कैलाश रहंदा भोलेनाथ जी
शंभो
धर्मिया जो तार दा शिव जी पापिया जो मारदा जी पापिया जो मारदा बड़ा ही दयाल मेरा भोले अमली
महादेवा तेरा डमरू डम 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 बजतो जाए रे हो महादेवा सर से तेरे बहती गंगा काम मेरा हो जाता चंगा नाम तेरा जब लेता ता ता महादेवा शंभो जय शंकर
मापिया दे करे वो गौरा मेला च रहंदी जी मेला च रहंदी बिच समसाना रहंदा भोलेनाथ जी मापिया दे करे वो गौरा मेला च रहंदी जी मेला च रहंदी बिच समसाना रहंदा भोलेनाथ जी
कालेरा कुंडला वाला मेरा बड़े बाबा किन्नर कैलासा तेरा डेरा हो जी सर पे तेरे वो गंगा मैया भी राजे मुकुट पे चंदा मामा हो जी
वराले वरालमा वराले वरालमा
So, of course, we are at the end of this program for today. I want to take this opportunity before I play my final bhajan for today to say thank you so much for tuning in, sharing, and being a part of the Shakti Sundays family. I wish to say in my concluding remarks that I love each and every one of you. As we conclude today's program today, I wish to conclude by saying choose truth, we choose peace. When we choose honesty, we choose alignment. And when we walk in alignment with the truth, Shakti, the divine Devi, will walk with us. When you live a life of truth, when you be honest with yourself, the Devi is sure to walk with you. So as we conclude this program today, have a blessed week ahead. Have a safe week ahead. This is my final bhajan for today, dedicated to Chamunde Devi.